2-2. Castellanos in the air to right center field. Harris is on the run. Harris at the track. He leaps and he makes the catch. Harper might be doubled up. The throw gets away. The throw to first. It's over. It's over.
With 10 seconds to go from the 44, snap back to King. Flush out to his right. Looking. 5 seconds to go. He will toss it into the end zone at the 5. Leary into the end zone. Touchdown Jackets. Touchdown Jackets. 1 second left. Question Leary.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
For the throw.
Ewers hoping for time to launch. They come after him. Does step forward. Hit as he throws. A high ball near the goal line. Broke it up. Batted down. Oklahoma wins it.
Lawrence plays it up for Ridley. And he's got it. Calvin Ridley, what a throw and catch.
Here's Etienne up the middle.
Etienne is free. Etienne. Touchdown. 35 yards.
Wilson left the football. Rolling towards the sideline. Picked up by the Jets. It's Hall. And he goes.
Jacobs, who played well. Emmanuel mostly got some playing time before being injured. Back to Jared Goff. Wide open. He's got to get in the end zone. And that's a Lions touchdown. A little trickery, but that's 2 for Sam Laporta today.
Four-man rush again. Fields to the end zone. Moore. Touchdown.
Pickett lines up a deep ball. Separation. Touchdown. George Pickens. From the 24 on first down. A big hole for Achan. Still going. Down the sideline. Devon Achan will take it all the way. 76 yards for Dolphins touchdown.
We gon' run this town.
Welcome, Daddies, to episode 306 of Dunn and Drew. Today's episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. Enter the code Dunn and Drew and get 100% deposit match up to $100. We'll be talking about our wins and losses this past weekend in Prize Picks later on in the show. Episode's also brought to you by Patreon, patreon.com/Dunn and Drew. Thank you to our Patreon members who provided the plays we just used in the intro of today's episode.
Great intro.
Thank you.
Ruined it with the Pickett pass.
Ruined it?
Yeah,
Ruined it?
Ruined it.
Why?
Just, I don't know. You're my op right now, Jack. Just I'm feeling myself right now. So anything Steelers right now, like until we're past that game, just don't mess with you right now.
What an incredible NFL Sunday it was. My God, I think I talked up the potential of it. I can't remember if it was on the pod or not, but just I knew the weather that we're about to have here on Sunday, and it was beautiful out, and I knew if we won in the morning and we could pair that win with the weather and 7 hours of commercial-free football, it was going to be a day that could be unmatched. And it was crazy. Everyone in this room is a winner, was a winner Sunday, and is still a winner today.
Great Sunday for us three.
Historic Sunday.
You couldn't convince me at 1-2 that I would be happy in 2 more weeks, because that's what I am right now. I'm elated. And if you rewind 2 weeks ago, after losing to the Texans in a second straight hot-ass home game, I was ready to hang it up. I was ready to burn all my merch, tear down all this memorabilia, burn the calendar, schedule. But nope. We're 3-2, just beat the Bills, coming back to play the Colts at home, who haven't beat us here since 2014. So everything is going our way, just like we predicted earlier in the year. But I want to wish our dear friend Flamingo a happy departing from Jacksonville. He's relocating tomorrow for a few years, but we will see him again next week. So that'll be his true going away party.
Thank you for your service, Flamingo. And want to also wish our frequent call-in, guest, Hunter Bodine. Hunter is getting married today. Actually, just got married within the last hour. So congrats, Hunter, on your first day of marriage. And poor girl, huh?
Yeah, very poor girl.
Poor girl.
I thought you were going to say first day of marriage, last day of your life.
Although she's going to eat really well.
Well, they
for
do.
The rest of her. They both do?
Yeah, they do. But he's a chef.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
right.
what. Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, Hunter's a chef.
He's a great cook. Or chef, sorry. It's offensive to say
Is
cook.
it?
Yeah, he is. He's really good.
No, I mean, is that offensive to say cook?
Yeah, I think so. Just cook. Like if you're
Great. Jackson call himself a chef now.
like, I dare you to walk up to Gordon Ramsay and be like, "What's up, Cook Ramsay?" Not gonna go
Okay.
well.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, I was going to do it.
If you meet him.
Never know. Also, we're accepting donations to spin the Casa or the Brackish or the gin this Sunday.
Stop trying to make gin happen.
It's gonna happen. You and Alex were lying Sunday, saying that the vodka was smooth.
Oh, we were?
Yeah, you were on.
I
camera.
enjoyed it.
It wasn't.
No,
Smooth,
I knew I
though.
said it.
It wasn't smooth.
It was a pleasant mix up from the Casa. I didn't mind it. I thought I was gonna hate it.
Well, we will be.
If I had a sip right now, I'd probably hate it.
Yeah,
But we were winning.
yeah. I didn't.
It tastes better when you're winning.
It is true. It tasted great with orange juice as well. But Venmo, Dunn, and Drew, all one word. We are going to be back at the Slab this Sunday, and then we're away from home for a month. So we're gonna go crazy. Super crazy this Sunday.
I have Thursday night football, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off from work. I got that accepted. I haven't brought up the Steelers game because I've already taken off many days of work this year. Definitely more than the standard allotted time. So like, I don't know.
You have
what I'm gonna
unlimited
do.
PTO, in quotes.
Do I have what? Unlimited or limited?
Unlimited.
It's like don't abuse it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they don't
there's
like
no set
they don't
days.
like keep a tally.
Yeah.
So I just have to, I don't know, I got to go above and beyond like in the next like week or something. And then so when I ask for, I think when we go to Pittsburgh, I'll need Friday off because we're flying in the morning. But I found a flight that I can leave from Pittsburgh Monday at 5 a.m. and get here by 8:30.
I was going to do the same flight before I found my other one.
Oh, well, you're staying there longer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
you decided
that I was going to do exactly that.
And then go to work that day?
Yeah.
Nice. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going, I guess, but it's always anxiety ridden until I get that officially approved.
Say you're sick. It's one day.
That's tough because of what we do. We will be talking about our experience. We'll be posting about our experience. I can never
Do
place.
they watch?
Yeah.
I mean,
Damn.
I mean,
they
They
just heard you say that. So.
well, yeah, I'm admitting that I would never lie to you at work.
That's very honest.
Because not because I don't want to lie, it's because I can't lie. Our content is out there.
That is very.
I
true.
would lie to you.
So
if
you
I
would
could.
lie. Okay.
Yeah, I would lie to him. Yeah.
if he could.
All right, hit me.
We are the kings of the weekend.
I fear my king is Georgia Tech University.
Whoa, what'd they do?
They did something crazy, boy. You was asleep when I sent the highlight, but you missed some good shit, man. You should just sleep during the day and then stay up at night.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
What did I do Saturday? Oh, I was hanging out with you. Was it Saturday night?
Yeah, it was late Saturday.
It was probably
What are the-
midnight.
The game ended at like 11:30.
Yeah, what are the odds that I, yeah.
But yeah, so Georgia Tech, if you guys know, history of football is awful. The only player I can think from their college is Calvin Johnson.
And Demarius Thomas.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they had
RIP.
another really big one that was coming out that, oh man, what was his name? I wanted him just because you saw like Demarius Thomas went there, Calvin Johnson went there, and he was also tall and fast. But he didn't pan out in the NFL.
Oh, Darren Waller went there.
Oh,
Wow. I did not know that.
jeez.
Check that.
I'm just used to them running triple options like Navy, so I just can't imagine them having a successful throwing game. But anyway, they were losing, and Miami had the ball. Georgia Tech had no timeouts. It was third down, I think, and all Miami had to do was kneel the ball, but they run it, fumble, Georgia Tech recovers, and Georgia Tech needs a touchdown to win, I think. Whatever they needed. I don't know the score.
I forget.
They were down 3 or 4.
They need a touchdown, though.
Yeah. A touchdown wins it. Let's just say that. So 2 plays, they go down the field, no timeouts. 2 throwing plays, game's over.
But the decision to not kneel it if they could have kneeled out the game, Miami could have. And to run the ball there, that's like a Brandon Staley-esque decision. You can't defend it, which is why I'm going to make you guys. One of you has to play devil's advocate and defend the decision to not kneel it.
Defend it?
Yeah, and run it, and why that's a good decision. You know, I'm interested to see what the coach said in the postgame.
Crystal ball?
Yeah. Wanted to get his running back 100 yards, I think. I think that's what I heard.
Wow.
Ain't no way.
So that's on
you think that's the best defense?
It's on the running back. Ball security.
Oh, would be the best.
Coach is granting you 100 yards. You got to hold on to it. But I mean, I don't want to defend it.
I'm looking now. He had 106 yards already.
Then I don't know. Well, did he get like 6 or 7 on that play and he fumbled it?
I'm looking at the stats right now. He had 106 yards. The run, which he fumbled, got him 4.
Okay. Then
so he was already at 102.
Coach maybe just didn't know. Even dumber.
Yeah, so it's 3rd and 10, 33 seconds left. The play clock in college football is damn near a minute. So all you have to do is kneel the ball on 3rd. Georgia Tech has no timeouts. The game's over. Miami stays undefeated. Miami was undefeated, bruh.
Yeah.
They've been down in the dumps, haven't they, recently? I mean, they
so.
certainly haven't had an undefeated season like 5 weeks in before.
Yeah, they fired
history.
their coach, Manny Diaz, who's now Penn State's defensive coordinator, who's having an amazing season with us. But
the national call on this was so ho-hum. It was kind of strange.
That was in the intro, right?
No, that was
No.
Georgia Tech's radio call.
Oh,
that wasn't the national broadcast.
Okay.
yeah, the national broadcast was when I sent that. When you were talking about the intro today, I was like, "Don't use Georgia Tech."
Yeah,
it was
terrible.
Miami is doing.
That's it.
For what it was.
Like for the decision that they're doing, and then what happens? Like he just fumbled. That's the worst thing that could have happened, and the guy just was like, and he fumbled. All right, so let's hear it.
And here's Chaney, the straight ahead tackled, and the ball popped out.
You got to read the clock. Read the card. To me,
Georgia Tech has it with 26 seconds left.
Like what?
That is that's.
Would you? Maybe they were tired. It was a long game.
They weren't. They couldn't have expected that, and they were probably just like so surprised that they weren't like. Yeah.
No, they seem like that sound like they're just like a matter of fact. They're like, yeah, well, you can't do that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What was the score there?
It was 20-17. They're up 3
at the time of the fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So field goal win ties it, but they had no timeouts.
So they recovered. Georgia Tech recovered it at their own 26 or Miami's 26.
Their own.
Okay. It was Miami's 26. I mean, that's just
Let me see if this
automatic
has
field
the-
goal there. They tie it. But yeah, those throws that who are the Georgia Tech's quarterback? I forget his name. Was it Sims?
King
He was making
Haynes King.
He was just like chucking it. It's like carefree as hard as he can, and he put off twice, and they scored.
But afterwards, you see it cuts to a Miami player on the bench, just crying, mouthing, "What are we doing?" He's just
I saw that.
Tears streaming down his face, asking, "What are we doing?" Just an embarrassing loss overall, but credit to Georgia Tech. They're my king of the weekend for that because, you don't normally get gifted wins like that ever. So they're my king. But we had to defend that.
I don't think you can.
I can't.
There's no reasoning. I mean, the coach said he wanted to give his running back 100 yards, and I think that was even it looks like he had 100 yards. That's crazy.
There's nothing else he can say in that moment.
I saw that guy's getting paid a lot, isn't he? Cristobal.
Oh yeah.
80
One of
million.
the highest paid. My king of the weekend, Kings, a handful. Jags have been in London playing games in London for about 10 years now. Actually, exactly 10. It was the 10th anniversary. So my Kings of the Weekend goes out to the 5 fans in London who have been converted to Jags fans over the last 10 years we've been there, who were treated to 2 straight wins during our time there. Congratulations, you guys are kings. All your hard work, dedication to the team has paid off.
5.
I mean, you look at the stadium when we play. Jerseys from all 32 teams. You look at when the Bills played. Now, granted, a lot of people traveled, which sucks. Can you imagine? Go from Buffalo to London or wherever Tottenham is to see the Bills play, and you lose your best remaining defensive player, and you lose the game. That's got to suck.
That would suck.
But the stadium was louder for the Bills than I've ever heard it for the Jaguars, and they've been there for 10 years. So, I just don't think they're converting fans like they say they are.
No, I don't think so. Jags fans, at least.
What is the Jags record in London?
I'm pretty sure it's a winning record, which is crazy because we've been.
Did you see the time lapse video of them making the turf?
No,
making it
or putting it down,
painting it, or
just like putting it down, like changing the field to prepare for
the Bills players said it was concrete, so just spray paint it green. No, I didn't see the video.
No, looked like they just laid down a gym mat and then put turf over it. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, players won't like that.
Because they can't match up their Premier League field.
People kept getting hurt in the game too. I have a game for you guys.
I have a king.
Oh, duh.
My king is Nathaniel
Matt Canada?
No. Different offensive coordinator in the AFC, Nathaniel Hackett.
Yes.
That's a good one. I almost picked him.
He won Game Ball and King of the Weekend.
Yeah. Which one's more
prestigious?
King of the
King of the Weekend is, for sure.
Go on.
I mean, we all know that Sean Payton had some aggressive comments toward him over the summer and calling him or his work last year the worst coaching job in NFL history or something along those lines. And Sean Payton lost to Hackett.
Not only Hackett, but he lost to Hackett with Zach Wilson. Like, it wasn't Hackett getting revenge with Aaron Rodgers. It was Hackett getting revenge with Zach Wilson, which is... I also thought, when's the last time we had 2 quarterbacks play each other who had the same last name? Oh.
Mac Jones, Daniel Jones. Did that ever happen?
Damn it.
No, I don't know, but maybe. I mean...
Because I was thinking of the Josh Allen and Josh Allen thing, and I saw the Wilson. I was like, that can't be as common. Why aren't they pointing that out? But then there's also Manning.
That was a while ago, though.
I'm sure Quinn Brady and... Wait.
Brady Quinn.
Damn it.
Quinn Brady.
Quinn Brady.
Good name, though.
I don't remember the Mannings playing each other, but they must have at some point.
Right?
Do you remember?
I don't remember games where they played. But they definitely...
Yeah,
it would have been every 4 years. Huh. So, 4 times.
Any Youngs? Browns? Young, Brown? I don't know. What's your game?
It's kind of the game that we played last week, but I put a little twist on it. So you guys will guess what team this is based on. I'm going to try and make a TikTok, so let me present this a little bit better.
Hi, TikTok.
All right, so I am going to... Okay, here we go. All right, you have
3.
Put on your TikTok voice.
You guys... Stop.
You stop.
You guys have to guess a team based on 3 real statistical number. You gulping and swallowing.
Oh, yeah,
that's was tough.
All right, that's on me.
You guys have to guess a team based on 3 stats, real stats, and 2 subjectable.
Go home. Go to bed.
Oh, man. You guys have to guess a team based on 3 stats from the team and 2 subjective rankings that I give to the team players.
3 stats, 2 subjectables. Okay.
Subjectables.
Okay, here they are. Almost at the team name. All right. The running back and wide receiver will be fantasy points per game. Running back 1, 20 fantasy points per game. You should take out logos. It'll really help you.
No,
You're allowed to.
don't need it.
Wide receiver 1, 17.5 points per game in fantasy.
Okay.
Quarterback rate, I'll give that last. Tight end 1, I graded B+. Defense, I graded B. Quarterback ranking, 104.4.
Passer rating? Okay.
Passer rating, sorry.
20-point running back, 17-point receiver, B+ tight end. You're right, logos.
It would help a lot.
It was good off the dome last week.
I maybe up that defense to B+.
Ah, yes, a plus. 20 points is a lot.
Think out loud, Jack. Fill up this dead air space.
Well, I had a team in mind, but no, it's not them.
Thank you.
It's not them.
That was good. That's exactly what I wanted.
I was going to say this team, but their tight end, I feel like they don't even use a tight end.
Wait, I mean, it's not the 49ers. That's who I kind of thought at first when you said running back and wide receiver.
Or you have to guess.
I'm not going to guess the 49ers.
Tight end and defense, B.
Okay, I'll do it again. Yeah, tight end. They're tight end 1, B+. Defense, or is it the tight end 1? Tight end group, B+. Defense, B+. Running back 1, 20 fantasy points per game. Wide receiver 1, 17.5 points per game. Quarterback passer rating, 104.4. Jack, just look at logos.
I think it's Eagles.
Eagles would be Swift, 20 fantasy points per game. AJ Brown, 17.5 points per game.
That's a good guess.
Tight end 1,
Goddard,
B+. Defense, B. Quarterback rating, passer rating, 104.4. That is wrong.
Yeah, Jalen's pass rating's not that high.
Get out the logos, Jack. Killing me.
Is it it's the Lions?
Don't get out the logos. It is the Lions.
Nice.
Oh,
damn, Jack. Good stuff. All right. Next one.
Well, tight end A. Laporta's best of the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But don't they also have someone else? No, that's their starter? Okay.
Yeah, he's a
That's the
starter.
main guy.
All right, next team.
It was subjective, though.
They're running back 1.
Subjectable, yeah.
Running back 1, 6.6 points per game.
Yikes.
Wide receiver 1, 15 points per game. Their defense, I give like a C+. This is this year. Tight end C.
I hope.
Quarterback passer rating 79.
Run it by me again.
RB1, 6.6 points per game. Wide receiver 1, 15 points per game. Tight end C. Defense C+. Quarterback passer rating 79.
I think I know it. Let me say.
You don't need logos?
Is it Steelers?
God.
Oh, my God.
Yes. Feel free to disagree at any of those, except for the statistical
Are they
ones.
the subjectable ones?
The subjectable ones you can disagree with.
So just the tight end and the defense.
Yeah.
I
just looked at the yards that Firemouth has had. That's all.
I mean, he's missed at least one game. I mean, I don't know. I could bump up him to maybe a B- and the defense a B-.
Looking at Najee's fantasy points per game is crazy. 6.
Yeah. A lot of issues.
But you're 3-2 with all these issues. That just seems that's so Steelers.
I mean,
like Tomlin just refuses to have a losing record. Was that fun?
Well, those division games are toss-ups no matter how bad the team is.
Yeah, that's why I went with the Steelers in our picking them against the spread this week.
Congrats.
Thanks. Ravens was like your only loss.
Yeah. Them and Raiders.
Yeah, Monday night.
Raiders of all teams. Shocked the world.
Did I do just as well? Did I do well?
You went 6-8 this week. Eric went 12-2.
Oh my God!
I went 7-7.
I had
So
a day.
our yearly standings for the whole year, I'm still in first, 48 and 26 and 3. Eric is 42, 32 and 3. Andy, you're 37, 37 and 3.
I had to pull out of the 500.
We're good as a group.
You guys
500
are
and above.
You guys are sticking it to me after last year.
We do make all our picks, so that helps.
Did I didn't get punished, have I?
No, you made them all.
Okay.
But I was picking them next to you, and you were scoffing at everything I chose.
Mm.
Typical Andy.
That is me.
Because I was like Bengals, and he was like, "Come on."
Did I say that?
Something to that effect. Then Burrow and Chase have fucking blowout game.
Does anyone have a him throw of the week?
Yeah,
I do. I have Trevor Lawrence to Calvin Ridley, 3rd and 4.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, it was.
Look at you writing all 22.
Come on.
Do you want me to play it?
Always look for that other one. Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, my bad. Just playing along here. 18-13.
So we're about to watch what... Okay, I'll comment after.
Tweet won't load.
Actually, I'll comment now. We're about to watch and talk about what you could argue is Trevor's best throw of his career. Situational and talent-wise.
Yes, it was the fact that he changed the play at the line as
Say
well.
it won't load?
Yeah,
my internet's kind of shit right now.
Well, thanks.
On my phone as well.
It's slowly getting there.
Try turning this off. What's going on?
It smells like bad internet.
Yeah.
Jags were up by 5 points. They were driving.
But the momentum was definitely on the Bills' side.
Yeah, they were driving to extend their lead, hopefully. There's about 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. It's 3rd and 4. Trevor, as we learned after the fact, actually saw a mismatch with Calvin, so he changed the play at the line because Micah Hyde was guarding him, a safety, and he was like, come on, safety on Ridley? Let's do this. So pressure coming to him, throws the ball, gets hit, throws a dime towards the sideline. Ridley makes an awesome catch, and watching this in the moment, I was praying, but when he grabbed that, I was like, oh, my God. Where has this been all season? Just do this every play. That's why we got you, Calvin. That's literally why we got you. Trevor Lawrence, him throw of the week. What a play. Situation as well.
Believe it? Did you hear Dan Orlovsky break it down, Eric?
I did. That is the first tweet.
Okay.
Yeah, he put it in there.
So
that's the first tweet I saw this morning from the throw.
So what he said was that Trevor saw the blitz coming. He knew there was going to be a free rusher, but he'd rather the free rusher come from his blind side because he wanted a clear path to throw it to Ridley because he knew that was the matchup he wanted. So he shifted the O-line to the right to protect the right side of him. Had a free blitzer coming at him on his blind side, knew he was coming, threw it up, and the matchup is perfect throw, perfect route, and converted a super clutch. That's like, heard people compare it to this, and I had the same thought in my mind. Obviously, I actually haven't seen anyone compare it to Herbert. We compared it like right away to Herbert's when he put the game away versus the Raiders when he threw it to Palmer.
Yeah.
So very similar. Less time in that game, so that was more like a ice the game, game's over.
His throw was to ice the game, it's over. This one was
this is kind of like
keep us alive.
This is kind of like you're playing a team in basketball that's getting hot, and they're shrinking the lead on you.
They have a run.
You're up probably 2, 3, and you have like Curry hits like a dagger, like just to extend the lead to like 6 or 7 with like 30 seconds left. That's what this felt like.
I like that analogy.
And to see Trevor do something like this, just like, I needed it. Because when we saw Herbert do it, I said, damn, Herbert is more him than Trevor. I admitted it. I finally admitted it. But now I don't admit that anymore. I take that back. Thank you, Trevor, for allowing me to call you more him than Herbert. We should do a him list one day.
Should. Last season, it took a while for Trevor to get going, for us to be like, okay, he's our guy now. So same thing again. It's like we saw all that happened last year at the end of the season, but the start of this season, we forgot about all that, but we've seen it again. So we should have already known that Trevor's able to do this, but our offense has been slow to start the season. But we still have trauma, guys. Jags fans still have trauma. We're still trying to learn how to have a good quarterback, and I think that'll come with time. But because we still have friends that are Jags fans that are like, Trevor sucks. So Jags fans, be patient. We have a guy. Him throw of the week. We're going to see more of that.
I couldn't, in good faith and good honesty, submit any NFL player for him throw of the week because that Trevor one is not going to be toppled, in my opinion. So I chose the throw at first base to get Bryce Harper out in the Braves Phillies game. It was the first ever.
That's big of you.
Because it's baseball?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I love big baseball moments. The crowds are just so sick. I just don't have the patience to sit through a game to find that diamond in the rough. So let me play what we heard on the intro.
Literally would have had to sit through the whole game to get to this.
Yeah. Most closers don't. He deals a 2-2. Castellanos in the air to right center field. Harris is on the run.
Sorry, it's also a situational throw. Situational throw of the week. So the Phillies are down 4-5 versus the Braves, top of the ninth. They have a runner on first. It's 2-2. So clutch hit almost. Very close to a home run. I saw that in like 6 ballparks. It would have been a home run.
That's crazy.
So right, that you can customize it, like however deep you want it. So here is the play.
Closers don't. He deals a 2-2. Castellanos in the air to right center field. Harris is on the run. Harris at the track. He leaps and he makes the catch. Harper might be doubled up. The throw gets away. The throw to first. It's over. It's over.
So sick.
Play what I just sent you.
Oh,
that is.
Please.
Sorry, please. That's the play with no broadcast, just the crowd erupting.
Okay.
Gave me chills a little bit.
There's hit. It's caught. He's running back to first. Ooh! I wish I was there. That's crazy.
Look at the hairs. Look at the hairs. Damn.
That's crazy. When the ball was coming in, what was the better throw? The ball from the outfield or the ball to get him out at first?
To get him out at first.
I think so too. Just because I saw he was so close to first, I was like, "There's no way he's gonna get him out," but he did, and it was like the instant reaction from the first baseman was crazy.
What is still a baseball novice here? What does 853 mean?
So this is the first ever 853 double play in MLB postseason history, and I think that's just where the ball travels during the out. So like 8 would be like the center fielder.
Correct.
So
What's 5?
He's 8. 5 would be shortstop. No. I don't know who picked it up.
5 is third base.
Okay. So the third baseman, I guess, picked up the ball and got him out. So 5 would be 3, the second person to touch it. And then 3, first base.
Correct.
So 1 is pitcher.
Yep.
Catcher is 2.
Yep.
First 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6 is left.
No.
Field.
You skipped an infielder. Shortstop. Shortstop is 6.
6. 7 is right fielder or left?
No, 9 is right. 7 is left.
Okay.
7 left, 8
7,
center.
7, 8, 9.
right.
Yeah.
So the reason why this is so rare is because rarely do you see, like, why a double play here is rare is because rarely do you see a base runner take off unless it's like clearly going to bounce off the wall.
Yeah. It's a bad judgment on Harper.
Yeah. He didn't expect the outfielder to catch it in the air.
Correct.
Because if he did, he would have waited. Would he even gotten to second? If he even waited? See,
maybe.
I saw him running.
If
He was a little slow.
it's caught, you have to tag up regardless.
No. He could have stayed on first.
Oh, I mean, like just running.
If he wanted to advance a base, he'd have to wait till it's caught. Yes.
Okay. This is news to me because all the time I hear like 1, 2, 3. Like that's the most common one. Like
no.
1, 2, 3 out, right?
No, when they say a 1, 2, 3 inning, is
that the batting order?
It's just 3 up, 3 down, like just 3 straight outs.
Oh. See, that's why I thought that 8-5-3 was like the batting order because I always thought 1, 2, 3 was like, the first batter, second batter, third batter out.
No, the most common double play is 6-4-3.
All right.
Shortstop second, first.
Shortstop second. Oh yeah.
4-3-6 too, but
well, despite all the technical terms, baseball has the best postseason in sports.
Oh my.
I agree with myself.
I agree.
I just like Andy. I just don't care. Not until World Series. Like, I'm not gonna sit and watch.
But then it's not the best postseason.
I mean, the games.
How about best postseason memory?
The games,
moments.
though. Like the games before we get to the World Series, still the best.
But
like,
you don't care.
No, not the World Series. Just because I don't have any rooting interest in the game. Like I'm not gonna sit and watch it, but it's the best. Does that make sense?
It's the best.
I mean,
in all of sports,
objectively, with no rooting interest
postseason.
ones, like people say it about NHL hockey all the time. They have the best
true.
postseason, which it's really exciting.
Hockey in general just is because it's nonstop, fast paced. That shit's just insane, 24/7.
Yeah, I mean, and then postseason
Because, like,
it's just intensified. And
Any second in hockey could be a goal in the games. It could be over.
kinda, yeah.
But something about playoff baseball. Like
It's great.
You heard the clip.
Yeah, no, it's great.
NBA's dead to me. That's not even on the list. It's basically between baseball and hockey. I feel like not even NFL.
I don't know. NFL is. I guess there's not much difference between NFL, like a really hyped up regular season game, as opposed to like a playoff game. Like think like the Titans Jags regular season game we went at week 18 last year.
Well, that was pretty much a playoff game. I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah, I guess so. It was.
And not many NFL games are going to be like Chargers Jags.
Yeah.
There's a lot more instances where we get walk-off homers or crazy finishes like the Phillies Braves game than Chargers Jags in football.
I don't know.
Yeah, NFL games are always close at the end.
Yeah, just like, but there's like so many baseball games, like the one that we just turned off, like the 9-1.
Remember Chiefs Bills?
Well, the way the baseball games finish, I'd say then, is more exciting than like a game-winning field goal.
So a walk off. Well,
Just the sport itself.
Like the result from the clip and like that, like a walk off homer. Yeah, that's definitely more exciting than a game winning field goal because it's just a field goal.
I'm just defending baseball for no reason right now.
I like baseball,
But them's is my thoughts.
Oh, I have a him throw.
Okay. What do you? Who is it?
Joe Burrow.
Oh, back
Oh,
from
wow,
the
he is
dead.
back.
Yes.
What did he do?
He didn't even need his wide receiver too.
I don't think I saw any highlights from. Oh, they're playing the Cardinals.
63 yard touchdown, Jamar Chase.
63.
It's in half speed.
How come you always get
Half speed.
Drops back.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is it a situation?
Launches.
Oh,
Like effortlessly 60 air yards just about.
I don't think it's situation, Eric.
It's not really situation. I mean, they're only up by 3 to start the half, and this kind of just like opened the floodgates, them just kind of beating down on them.
was his first touchdown?
This was Chase's, not his first touchdown, I don't think. He had 3. He had like 15 for 190 and 3 touchdowns, something like that.
Yeah, he had an insane game.
Yeah. Thanks to my T. Higgins being out.
Which is crazy. Like, you lose one of your only 3 receivers and you're just able to toss it to Jamar Chase all game.
So, is he feeling better?
Yeah.
Looked good there.
How do you feel better from one week to another?
Guess they weren't lying.
Just needed time, I guess. Maybe it will linger down the road, but I mean, he was running really well. He like sprinted for first down.
Whoa.
He looked good.
Speaking of quarterbacks, guess this quarterback. On pace, Jack, you like those, for 31 touchdowns, 4,300 yards, and he has a 123.1 passer rating.
Brock Purdy?
Yes.
Nice.
Next quarterback, on pace for 37 touchdowns, 3,800 yards, 17 interceptions, 95 passer rating.
17 interceptions.
Is Josh Allen?
No.
Is it Dak Prescott?
No.
Say it again.
37 touchdowns, 3,800 yards, pretty much 3,900 yards, 17 picks, 95 passer rating.
It's a lot of touchdowns and not a lot of yards.
Kirk Cousins.
No.
I'm trying to think who has a bunch of picks right now.
No, not him. I was say Jimmy G, but he isn't.
Jimmy G
doesn't have those touchdowns.
Gardner, I'm joking.
Daniel Jones.
Do you want logos?
I mean, no.
Oh, Justin Fields.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a lot of touchdowns.
He's got like 8 in the last two games.
Yeah.
Jinx.
So, speaking of Brock Purdy, we are going to play. He's my
Brock Purdy game.
My first question in the true or false game, which is returned.
Oh, cool.
So,
this game.
I'm going to ask you an NFL question.
Tell AI, true or false?
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to ask you a true or false question. You answer it by saying either true or what is it, Jack?
I don't know.
False.
There you go, Eric.
False.
Okay. False.
Okay.
So true or false. And then, if you feel obligated or you feel passionate about this topic,
elaborate.
Support your claim.
Yes, Daddy.
First one, true or false? Brock Purdy is a leader in the MVP race.
False. Christian McCaffrey carries that team, I'm afraid.
Okay.
False.
Oh.
Okay. You were about to skip me and not even care.
No, I was going to get to you. I didn't know if I wanted to argue him now or after. But you say false too. Okay. But they don't give it to running backs. It's like a quarterback award, pretty much. So
then I would choose.
Give me another quarterback that would win over him. Justin Fields. Just kidding.
That laugh.
Logos.
It's still good to Mahomes, probably. Tua.
Yes, it's not Purdy. He's just not doing it for me.
He's
I'm gonna
playing
check who the leader
flawless.
is.
He's playing flawlessly.
Hurts.
Per sportsbook.
He's
Hurts.
5-0 too.
Mm-hmm.
Runs the ball.
But he doesn't have as good stats as Purdy.
Who?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Oh.
Purdy is playing flawlessly.
Does he have no picks?
What's the issue? He has 0 picks.
Team around him.
I didn't well, Mahomes, when he won, he had Kelsey. I'm sure he won MVP when he had Tyreek Hill.
He had 1 MVP with Hill.
Hey, what's it?
I'm going to check the odds.
Don't punish Purdy for being on a good team.
9 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I'm sure Peyton Manning
yards.
I'm sure Peyton Manning won the MVP when his team was loaded on the Broncos.
Do you see the 49ers having like more than 2 losses?
No.
Because it's impossible for me to envision.
I can't envision 1 loss.
Mahomes is the leader. Then Tua, pretty similar. They're plus 450, plus 475. And then Purdy, Allen, and Hurts are tied for third, at plus 700.
I mean, Tua's law. He lost to the Bills. Why would you get? And Purdy has better stats. I mean, I don't know if that's the case, but Purdy has 0 interceptions. I think people are punishing him because he's in this system. He's the last pick in the draft.
That's not why I'm punishing him. I'm punishing him because of the system.
I wouldn't punish Tua because he just lost the Bills.
Will you spank him?
No. I said I wouldn't. I wouldn't punish
Just
him.
once.
I'll revisit your true after they play the Eagles.
That's
they're
gonna
on
be
the schedule.
That's gonna be their first like measuring stick.
And it's on the road. So
Dallas certainly wasn't it.
If Purdy can beat the Eagles on the road, then I may have to raise you a toast to the MVP.
I think we got Eagles, Dolphins, Sunday Night Football next week or in maybe 2 weeks.
That's
should be a good one.
Yeah, I think it's next weekend.
That's insane.
Don't quote me.
Rare schedule maker W. We're still playing this game.
These primetime games have been pretty bad.
It's in 2 weeks. Yeah, the Eagles got the Jets this weekend.
Let's go Wilson. I think he can do it.
Agreed.
Got Cowboys again in primetime this week.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Monday Night Football.
Why do they do this to us?
What do they have?
Chargers, Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's not bad though. But
yeah,
why do they just the Cowboys and Giants? Why? I know the Giants are coming up in primetime.
Oh damn!
Giants are Sunday night, right?
Sunday Night Football. Shit.
And then it's Thursday.
Oh, Broncos.
Chiefs, Broncos.
I think this is the Giants' last one though. They've had they've had one every week so far, except for 1 week. That's
Pretty
4
close
already.
to it.
It's 4 already. They got to be done.
They've had 3.
Daniel Jones is stacking up the primetime L's.
It's disgusting.
They've had 4. You're right.
Yeah, they've had 4 already.
Yeah, they played the Niners. They played the Seahawks on Monday night. Niners Thursday night. Sunday night, week 1, they got blown out, and then
I'm sure they play the Cowboys on some Sunday night football game.
That was up. Wasn't that the
40? No, that was week 1.
That was a 40-0.
40-0 week 1.
Jeez. Okay.
Now Bills is going to be 40-0.
Yeah.
True or false? The Patriots should fire Bill Belichick if he doesn't retire at the end of the season.
True. But they're not going to fight. That'll just be like a mutual parting ways, and he will retire.
Can you imagine?
Publicly, he will retire, but behind closed doors, they may be get out of here.
Can you imagine if the tweet was like, the Patriots have fired Bill Belichick after all he's done?
Mac Jones is terrible. I feel like that's going to send Bill Belichick into retirement. So
yeah, they screwed him up big time.
I saw a tweet, and it's an interesting thought. When's the last time the Patriots have ever drafted a difference maker on the offensive side of the ball, like a stud?
Drafted one?
Yeah.
I mean, they drafted Gronk in the second round of
right.
10, 11?
Right. It's a long time ago. James White. Did they draft him?
James White. Wasn't
he good?
Yeah, he was good.
But I mean, I don't know. You call him a huge difference
right. No, I'm not.
He's good.
He's like a good fantasy player.
Throw someone out there.
Honestly, Wes Welker.
It's before Gronk.
But he I think he went undrafted, or he was a 7th round. I think he went undrafted. Edelman was a 7th round pick. Yeah.
Technically, Aaron Hernandez.
Was
he drafted after Gronk? So if he
think so.
Technically he would be the last person that they drafted.
Damn. So this is really just a credit to Brady getting all these wins with plumbers.
Insane. Yeah, you can't really think of. I mean, offensive linemen they've had some success with.
Yeah, I guess
I'm trying to think of weapons
on the offensive side, right?
Yeah. Bill Belichick fired. True.
Okay. True or false? The Jacksonville Jaguars own the Buffalo Bills.
False.
Fucking nerd.
I know, right? True.
Thank you.
Since I've been watching, come on.
Fuck.
I mean, you barely were 500 against someone who says own.
Of recent though.
Yeah.
It's been pretty
the last 4 matchups we've
crazy
3-1.
True or false? Speaking of the Jaguars, they are a top 3 team in the AFC right now.
Top 3? False.
Oh my.
Yeah. Sorry.
Name them.
I'm not going there.
Name the top 5.
Dolphins
is 1 for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still think they're a powerhouse. Still putting the Chiefs above us. I don't care how closely they've been playing all their opponents.
Agree.
And then 3.
Who's your third? Can't be the Jags.
It's not.
Can't be the Bills. I'll swing.
It's not.
Jack finally looks up logos.
No.
Just kidding. He's probably watching Penguins.
I am. Top 3 teams in the AFC?
No, true or false? The Jaguars are a top 3 team in the AFC.
Currently?
Currently. All time.
Well, if you want the objective top 3 teams in the AFC, the 1 seed right now is the Chiefs. 2 seed is the Dolphins. 3 seed is the Steelers. It's true.
They do lead the division, so.
And we have a tiebreaker over the Jags currently. Jags are 4.
Wow. Eric, I'm waiting for your third.
So am I.
Just say it's the Jags.
I don't want to.
It was always the Jags.
I don't want to give us that credit.
You can say the Jags. I mean, the only other team you could really say,
I hate being a homer.
if you want to say the Bengals are back,
Nah.
Maybe I do.
No, you don't.
you're not gonna like this, but
Oh God.
I would
Just say
take
Bills.
I'd still take the Bills.
Shut up.
After whatever.
After we own them, we've owned them. And then we owned them again. How many times do we have to own them, Jack?
After that damn near 0-point
It's
half.
insane.
Come on now. Fine, we're 3.
Yeah, we're
Fuck.
3. True or false?
I say Browns.
True or false? Can Justin Fields... Wait, that's not a true or false. Let me restate this. True or false? Justin Fields can play well enough to convince the Bears to trade out of the number 1 pick if either of their picks end up there. They have the Panthers pick, who are winless, and they have their own pick. I think they may still be sitting at 1 and 2. I'm not sure. Can Justin Fields play well enough to convince the rest of the season to convince them to trade out of there?
I mean, if he,
Well, I say true because
Sure.
I had in my bold takes before the season started, one of them was Bears will hang around in the playoff picture.
Oof, yeah,
I
that
was
was a
laughed
tough
at.
one. I still laugh.
Well, they are surging, and they have the Vikings next. And
Yeah,
I think
but-
they can beat them.
but they still will have could have the first pick with the Panthers pick.
I know, but they'll be good enough if the question's good enough to trade out so they won't need a quarterback.
I say true.
Wow.
He could play phenomenal, and they don't he could be like, yeah.
Okay,
True.
now imagine being a Panthers fan.
And hating your life.
Imagine Bryce Young doesn't look good at all, like the rest of the season, and you end up having that first overall pick for Caleb Williams, and you can't take him because that pick is gone. I would kill myself. That's all.
Panthers fans are
Bando, you're mowing the grass right now. You hear me say that?
Did you see that post in the Discord where someone put Panthers Instagram post of them like saying our thoughts are with
Wait, no.
we're thinking of
Syria? I mean,
yeah, it's whatever Israel or whatever, and the comment said our situation's worse.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that's good. That's so good.
Yeah, it had me dead.
Yeah.
It's the top comment on Panthers IG posts.
I gotta find that.
It's like we stand with Israel, and the first comment is our situation's worse.
Jeez.
I'm gonna find that real quick.
Oh, but yeah, it's good. It's rich.
Okay. Yes, so you guys already updated me on our standings, our records, and game picks. If you guys are confused, we make these picks off air in between episodes and Sunday.
Usually Sunday mornings because we forget during the week.
Sometimes I make them Mondays.
I should start waiting because the lines do change. The Falcons, when we picked, was 1.5, but it ended up being 2.5, which I would have.
Oh my God,
lost that. You found it. It's not Photoshop, is it?
No.
Okay, it's real.
If you send me a screenshot,
I'm gonna send you guys. Eric has to read it because it has the N word in it.
Oh my god!
So I'm gonna send. I sent to you guys. The post says, "We stand with the people of Israel. Our thoughts and prayers are with all those impacted by the senseless and terrible attacks by Hamas." Whom, I mean, if you're Hamas reading that, got to be nervous,
shaking. Let me go before I read that. Let me go to what FAU President Stacy Volnick said.
Who?
She said,
"He just said exactly who it is."
That's my favorite thing.
A day ago, she was like, "Florida Atlantic vehemently opposes the ongoing violence and loss of life witnessed this weekend in Israel and urges an immediate cessation of hostilities. Our thoughts are with those who may have loved ones in Israel at this very difficult time." And I sent that into the Discord and said, FAU about to end the war, because it's just funny that FAU president's like, how you telling them to end ceasefire? Like, shut the fuck up. They ain't seeing your shit.
Yeah, when I saw the first NFL team or whatever sports team do it, I was like, oh boy, here it comes. All the sports teams are going to feel like they're obligated to do this. And it's just the peer pressure of doing, like, you don't have to do it. It's not your thing to be. Sports teams, you don't need to. Maybe they need to take a stand, so like it influences other people to know like where, which way you should be leaning if you're like kind of uneducated on the matter.
Right. And they are just a business, so they have to, from a PR standpoint, you have to put something out there. But also, that's a good point. That's just what all businesses do. So
I almost quote tweeted and said, "I hope they see this." But back to the Panthers comments. This comment says, "Nigga, we need to stand up for a goddamn win. Our situation is worse than theirs. If this is an attempt to distract us from going 0-5, it's not working. Can y'all stand with the people of Charlotte for once? How about we stand with all civilians impacted on both sides? Oh wow, our 6th loss."
Only 5th. Bears at Commanders.
Nobody's safe when you're a bad team.
That last comment is from Morgan Doesn't Care.
I took Commanders. Eric took Bears. Jack took Commanders. Bears just throttled them.
Did I win? I won my prize picks Thursday night.
Good for you.
I've been on a tear with that.
I lost mine. Obviously.
There's a lock every week. It is Cole Kmet.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
What's he doing? Moore?
I feel like he's outside of DJ Moore. He's Justin Fields' favorite target. And they keep putting his projection super low. So,
okay.
You're welcome.
Guess who went to college?
Stop it.
It's at 36.5 receiving yards. So
it's always more. Don't make me bet or place an entry on it. If I do, that it's over.
Well, mine's already in, so.
Well, I could follow you and I'd ruin it all.
You could, but there's a lot of green for Cole.
Oh, my.
A lot of green. Just saying.
Vikings got a bad defense.
Thank you. Anyway.
You're welcome.
And then the first game Sunday morning was Jags at Bills, Tottenham Stadium. Bills were favored 5.5. Jags won outright because we own them. I took Jags. Eric took Jags. Jack took Bills. Crazy, man.
Well, we took Ravens, so
yeah.
But that doesn't. He's more crazy for taking that than we are taking Ravens.
True.
So
yes, agree. Yeah, when I saw Jack took Steelers when they're playing the Ravens, which was obviously big homer pick. But then I saw he picked Bills over Jags. I'm like, you can only be, I guess, a Steelers fan, but. It was a sign of disrespect there.
I was being subjectable.
It's true. That's fair. Like I said, one of the best games of Trevor's career. One of the best throw of his career. And I think Cam Robinson, Jaguars left tackle, who played for the first time this season, actually for the first time since like last October or November, or maybe it was December. I think he summed it up best with his comments after the game about Trevor. And my Wi-Fi is still spotty. Come on, AT&T.
My man's got hurt in the game, too. Even after taking peds.
What the heck? This is crazy. What's going on? Maybe it's Jack trying to stream illegally the Penguins game.
I'm streaming very legally through my ESPN Plus account.
My shit loads right up. Right when I say that, it buffers. Let me just put it to the mic.
Yeah. All right, so here's Cam Robinson on what it's like to play with Trevor Lawrence.
He's that guy. He's that guy. He's, yeah. I'm thankful for him. Tough as they come, as good as they come, as good a person as could be.
I think the reason you kind of have to see the facial expression. I think the main reason why it's so good is because he's what can I say?
He's like looking up dreamy eyed.
Yeah.
He's like, man, we got a guy back here.
We talked a lot about this game already in the beginning. Hopefully this win has taken the lid off the basket of our offense. The run defense is insane. It's been insane all year. It's the lowest rushing total that Buffalo has put out since 2014. They had 29 yards rushing. I'm pretty sure they were top 3 in the league this season coming into the game. Crazy stat here. Let's see if my freaking computer, my phone will open it. Oh, I shared this with you guys earlier. Pretend it's the first time you're hearing it.
It is.
Here's how often teams have run the ball on 2nd and 10 following a 1st and 10 incompletion. So you know how your team, you're watching a game, you see the incompletion on 1st down.
Jack knows.
Basically always know, you're like, here comes the run up the gut. Always happens. But surprisingly, I have not seen it once with my team this season. We have had 20 times where we have thrown on 1st and 10 and thrown an incompletion, and all 20 of those times we have passed it the next play. We have not ran it following that play. The most in the league is the Cardinals, who have done so, God, it looks like 70% of the time running it after an incompletion on 1st and 10. But we have done it 0 times. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. And I shared it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, you did. You said it's too predictable.
I mean, yeah. If this stat becomes known and teams just know Jags are going to pass it after a 1st and 10 incompletion.
Well, can they stop it?
That will be a storyline going forward.
I'm because the Jags defense has been so dominant the past 2 weeks, I've put in my waiver claim for their defense on fantasy. So if you try to do that, I saw you drop a defense today. So
I'm better than you in fantasy this season.
Oh my God.
So I know
No,
that you're higher on the waiver claim.
Your team is just as good as mine.
Nah.
We had the same amount of points week 1, damn near.
How about total in the season?
You have 632 even. I have 600. So 32 points. That's one Tyreek Hill game.
That's half a Christian McCaffrey game. Jack, thoughts on the Jags Bills?
The main thing I wanted to bring up, and I brought it up before the game, the Bills travel plans. I found out today that they didn't get it until Friday.
Something like that.
They didn't arrive in London until Friday. It just seems like such a huge mistake. Like they.
Yeah, no, you can travel. Nothing's stopping you from traveling during the week.
Yeah, they definitely should have gotten. I don't know what the protocol is like what most teams do. But they literally just spent a weekend in London. They were in London for 3 days. Like they
treated it like a West Coast game, pretty much.
Which I guess for them the flight isn't that much longer if they were going to like LA.
I actually did see this on Twitter. The Bills going to London is the same time as it takes the Jags to go to Seattle for a game.
Okay. But
you lose time.
The time difference is it's different time difference, and that's a lot, and they should have went there earlier.
They should have, but I still don't think that made an impact on the game because the Bills were in it till the end. So if we're going to use the fans, they were using that excuse for them. but I wasn't going to bring that up because it didn't even matter. The Jags could have lost that game, so if the Bills won that game, we wouldn't even be talking about that, with travel being a factor. So
your take? Any more on the game?
No, Jags were good.
That's just what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Jags are back. I hope.
Texans at Falcons. Desmond Ridder. My God, his stat line went pretty crazy.
What was it? Do you have it?
No.
Oh.
Called this game. Told you Vegas was in on it.
I can give you the stat line in 1 second.
I know he had 300 yards for the first time in his career.
Yeah, he ruined my NFL sprint because I needed him to get like 112.
Yeah, that's a tough ask for anyone.
Those 329 yards.
28 of 37, 329, 1 touchdown. That's pretty good.
No picks?
No picks. I picked the Texans. Jack picked the Texans. Eric picked the Falcons. Falcons. It was a -1.5. They won by 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, we covered then.
We picked the Texans.
I'm sorry, the Falcons they covered then. Yes.
Falcons.
Yeah, they won by 2.
Won by 2, and the spread is -1.5.
Panthers at Lions. I picked the Panthers because they were given 9.5 points, and I saw that St. Brown was going to be out. I guess that's why I did that. But
and Jahmyr Gibbs didn't play, or
yeah, he was out too.
Yeah,
Laporte is him.
So that didn't matter. And Aiden Hutchinson's is also him. You guys both picked the Lions.
Yeah, Lions are 4-1, and I tweeted that this is quite a turn in the NFL era because Patriots are 1-4, Lions 4-1. This is a weird time to be an NFL fan, but seeing this as a fan of watching history be broken, I would love to go to. I know this won't happen, but I'd love to go to Lions home playoff game because
that would be good.
They've got to. This season just screams that they're going to finally end the 31 game playoff win drought. Their last playoff win was before any of us were born.
Was it 56?
No, 92, 91,
Oh.
yeah, 91, 92. And before that, they had a 33-year drought that started in 1958. So Lions fans, they've had the worst experience out of any fan base in the league. So I'm rooting for them all the way this year. Never thought I'd say that after they crushed us last year, but I'm over that. And I have David Montgomery on my fantasy team. So go Lions. See you in Detroit for your home playoff game.
The Ravens at the Steelers. The Ravens were favored 4.5. I picked the Ravens. Jack picked the Steelers. Eric picked the Ravens.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jack.
I don't know how y'all did that.
What did you guys watch of it?
That clip that I put in there. I saw TJ Watt punch. It was Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
Probably just trying to punch the ball.
Oh.
Hit him in the helmet.
Yeah.
Is that when his hand got messed up?
Could have been.
You said that he dislocated something, popped it back in place. That just gave me PTSD from dealing with the JJ Watt propaganda. That was just always something. He was always doing something heroic. It's like, whatever, shut up. So yeah, I didn't see much. I saw a clip of Steelers fans chanting "Fire Canada."
Seems to be a regular occurrence now.
And
saw Canada's reaction to the touchdown.
Whose?
Canada's reaction to the touchdown.
You sent it to us, I think.
Whose touchdown?
The only touchdown the offense scored.
So the reaction to his own touchdown.
To the touchdown that Kenny audibled out of the play call and then threw it to Pickens for the touchdown. Yes.
So Kenny reacting to that.
No, Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, he was up in the booth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just stone faced.
Right.
Oh, because
everyone in the booth is cheering, going crazy. We scored a game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and he just had a blank face.
Yeah. And Kenny, it was confirmed that he checked out.
Confirmed today. Yeah.
It was probably a run up the middle or something, a sweep.
Probably, yes. I mean, we were like 1 yard outside of the red field goal target line, so Canada was probably just trying to get to that.
I do remember texting you. It was was it 0? It was a pretty low scoring halftime score, and I texted you
10-3. Yeah.
How's it going? You're like, same shit.
Yeah.
But more PG, obviously. But
it was ugly. I
remember when I feared them.
Yeah. You shouldn't have fear. I mean, maybe from our edge rushers.
Feared them more than 49ers. I'm never going to
never
gonna let you live
don't know
that
about
down.
that.
Well, let me after the games are over.
I would like to, our defense we only allowed 10 points. It was final 17-10, and that should be okay, defense kept us in this, but the Ravens had, I think, 5 drops, and 2 of them could have been touchdowns, so, we got bailed out there by our secondary. Our 2 corners are so bad, and then Joey Porter Jr., I think he had 2 snaps in the first half, because we're just so reluctant to get our rookies out in the field, but the corners were just so bad, I guess they were forced to start Joey Porter Jr. in the second half. Replace Patrick Peterson. Or leave it Wallace, I don't know. But
I can't believe that team leads the division.
And then Joey Porter Jr. has the biggest defensive play of the season, probably one of them.
What did he do?
He had an interception.
I didn't mention that when I didn't see that.
Oh, really? It was a huge part of the game. So it was. Let me think. I think the timeline's correct here. It was 10-3. We had a block punt safety to make it 10-5.
Ew.
Then eventually we got a field goal.
Oh, yeah. I saw that in red zone.
So it was 10-8. And then the Ravens had to punt to us with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We were down 10-8. Our backup, Gunnar Olszewski, the guy who did the toe tap in the Browns game.
God.
Our punt returner, Calvin Austin, he was getting evaluated for a concussion, so Gunnar had to take the punt. Fumbles the punt.
Of course.
Ravens pick it up at our 7-yard line.
How is that guy still on the team?
I don't know. This stat's crazy. Gunnar Olszewski, he's
a name.
His Steelers tenure, signed him last year. He's had 28 touches. He's fumbled 4 times.
Oh my God.
And then
what's the math on that?
14% of the time he touches the ball, he fumbles it. And then doesn't even include the toe tap stupid play that cost us 35 yards. Anyway, back to the Steelers game. Ravens get the ball at our 7. 4 minutes left. They're up by 2. So we got to hold them to a field goal to make it a 5-point game. That's what best case scenario. Or they score a touchdown. It's basically over. It's 3rd and 5. Lamar throws a fade to OBJ, covered by Joe Porter Jr. makes the interception in the end zone.
In the end zone.
Yeah.
Wow. So do you think he's earned his starting? What if he doesn't start next game?
Our defensive corner said he's not ready.
Not ready.
All the beat reporters and obviously not even yes, you'd assume he's exact. Well, yeah, he should have been. And I'll look at the exact quote today. Steelers defensive coordinator Terrell Austin still doesn't believe Joey Porter Jr. is ready to start. Not right now. When the time comes, it'll come. Oh my God, it's so frustrating. It's
week 6.
The Steelers' philosophy, I guess, of letting our rookies learn. But our corners are statistically probably the worst starting duo in the NFL right now. I think PFF ranks Levi Wallace and Patrick Peterson as 79th and 91st. And then this week, Joey Porter Jr. was the best ranked corner.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's a monster.
What round was he?
First pick in the second
32.
round.
Oh, so he's a first round pick.
Traded for Chase Claypool.
So you basically aren't starting either of your first round picks?
Well, we are starting our first round left tackle now because our starter, Dan Moore, got hurt. So we're forced to start Broderick Jones this week, and he had a really good. I don't take PFF as gospel, but he had
it's always see on the timeline.
A great
if I agree with
PFF grade. Yeah, he was our highest graded lineman. He had a 75 grade. He played well.
Sounds like we need to take out Levi Wallace's ankles.
Yeah. So anyway, Joey Porter Jr. had that pick. So we're down 10-8 with 3 minutes left, and that's when the drive happened.
The drive.
That's what people are calling it. Yeah. I don't know. Twice on that drive, Kenny audibled out of the play call, hit Pickens on a back shoulder fade on the left side for a gain of 35. That set us up to be right at the cusp of field goal range. And then we had a dud play on first down that went nowhere. Still in the cusp of field. Yeah, it was, I think, a 1 yard run. Everyone knew it was coming. And then the next play after on second down, that's when Kenny audibled out again because it was zero high, no safety was back there to help, and it was Marlon Humphrey, man coverage on Pickens, and he beat him. It was a perfect ball, 41-yard touchdown.
Man,
nice.
Wish I started him this week.
Then the Ravens got the ball. I'll go quick, but the Ravens got the ball back, and then they had one completion, and then Alex Highsmith strip sack.
Of course.
Lamar Jackson, TJ Watt picks it up and runs it a little bit. And
oh my God.
That
duo, and then the game.
I might fear you again.
Yeah, that duo.
Yeah, like that's the only fear, and it's legitimate fear. Like they're
Watt,
so
Highsmith,
good.
every play.
They both that same exact play, a strip sack from his blind side, quarterback's blind side from Highsmith, and TJ Watt picks it up a fumble. That sealed 2 games for us.
Yeah,
jeez,
that's how their games end most of the time.
And then so we got the ball then at the Ravens like side of the field, and it's like we're in field goal range, and it's like 2 minutes left anyway. So like we won, and we're kneeling it, and then like time runs out, and it's like set up for like there's gonna be like 10 seconds left after we kick a field goal, but we had an alignment penalty that like stopped the clock, so it gave the Ravens the ball back with 50 seconds left instead of 10 seconds left. Mm-hmm. But then TJ Watt had a game-sealing sack.
Of course he did.
That's what I feared. That
with a broken hand or finger, whatever. So it's those guys are awesome. TJ and
2-sack game. Was it six on the season?
8 on the season.
8?
Yeah, he leads the league.
God.
The next is 6.
Oh yeah, it was.
It
was tied at 6.
Jags as a team have 9.
My God, I fear you again.
Saints at Patriots. Only bring this up just to revel in
34-0.
The Patriots just being completely irrelevant. Finally, we went our whole football lives, Jack's literal whole life, of only knowing top of the mountain Patriots dynasty, and the dynasty is dead. It's so dead that even Donald Trump called it dead. Let's hear what he says. Known ball knower Donald Trump comments on the New England Patriots.
Let's see, what's a good team nowadays? Philadelphia's good. So, they change a little bit. I used to say New England. I used to say the Patriots. I'd love to be able to say the Patriots. He's a great guy, great coach, but they have a little hard time. But what's going on with the Patriots, huh? But he's a great coach, and he'll figure it out somehow. He's going to figure it out. But that was not a good game last night, was it, huh?
I hate how he talks. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard.
I have a crazy Patriot stat.
Give it to me.
I heard it from a podcast that I won't name, but it was too crazy for me not to reshare. Should I not reshare it? I want to, though.
Share it.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
So since 2000, since Tom Brady started, the Patriots have now lost more home games without Brady starting quarterback than they have with Brady starting at quarterback. So from 2000 to 2019, they've lost 24 home games with Brady. And then since 2020 to now, they've lost 25 home games.
Oh, my God.
Wait, they lost 25 home games since when? In the last
2020, 21, 22 this year.
The last 4 years.
It's a 3-point whatever.
25?
They've lost 25 home games, yeah.
That's a lot, it feels like.
I mean, you have...
But over the 19-year career of Brady,
they lost
24.
Oh, my God.
That's insane.
I can't even fathom that.
Yeah, that's why it was too crazy. I had to share it. Like, that's wild.
And they've drafted 2 offensive players, Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez.
Has the torch not been passed, though, to Mahomes?
Oh, yeah, it is. It's their dynasty now.
I mean, Mahomes literally hasn't lost the Broncos.
Yeah.
Plays them twice a year.
How many times has Mahomes even lost at home?
And he's been in the AFC Championship game every year of his career.
And he's never played an away playoff game.
Oh, my God. I forget that stat sometimes. He's only played playoffs at home. Run the table every postseason. Someone beat him, please.
Yeah, we cannot let the Chiefs get the 1 seed. I don't think it'll happen this year. The only thing they have is Kelsey. And a good defense.
Don't think what'll happen?
I don't think they'll get the 1st seed.
Well, we just listed the top 3 teams, and we're one of them. We can't beat them.
I know.
Come on, Dolphins.
We need the Dolphins. I don't mind going to Miami. We could even go.
Oh yeah.
We need the Dolphins. I don't know the Bills. The Bills they're their two best defenders. Can they do it?
It has to be us, man. It's
on us.
It's on us.
That really is their only like the AFC, which looked so strong. Now the Chiefs' only competition, Dolphins and Jags.
Dolphins and Jags.
I don't think the Bengals.
I mean, Bengals and Bills could pick it up. Like
can they do it? Can they do so much? Can they pick it up enough to where they can get the 1 seed? And because Chiefs, they're not going to lose. They're not going to lose a lot. They still play the Bills. They still play the Bengals. Thankfully, so that'll help. But do we? I mean, it sounds like going to Orchard Park sounds just as hard as going to
Orchard Park sounds lovely.
Sounds just as hard as going to Arrowhead. Probably not as bad because you saw what the Bengals did there like a couple seasons, maybe last season. Bengals just throttled them.
That snow game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously I'd rather go anywhere else but Arrowhead. Someone has to take over the Chiefs. They're 4-1. This I got to pull out the schedule.
Well, it won't be Broncos this Thursday.
Although, did you see the stats when they compare Russell Wilson and Mahomes?
There you go.
Russ is not having statistically that bad of a year.
Their defense just stinks.
And, yeah, I'm just going to blame it all on Peyton. It doesn't make it that hard, too.
Okay, Chiefs. Here's what they lost to Detroit. They should have lost to the Jags, but Jags couldn't accomplish the forward pass that game. Chicago
should have lost to the Jets.
Yes, God, they should have. The Chicago was Chicago then, and then they only beat the Vikings by 1 score. I am going to root like hell for the Broncos.
I'm not.
Why?
I can't root for Peyton. He's so unrootable.
Well, Steelers don't have a chance of overtaking the Chiefs for 1 seed, so
okay. I don't think that.
If you were second in the AFC and you don't want to go to Arrowhead at the end of the year, you're still gonna. I don't want to root Sean Payton.
Probably.
No, there's no way.
Because the Chiefs are a juggernaut. They're not going to be stopped just because they lose. It doesn't.
Every week is so important for the 1 seed. 1 seeds always come down to 1 game.
I don't think this is going to be the week where we'll be
the Chiefs
for the team that the Chiefs play.
The Chiefs only lost out of conference too. So.
Okay, I'm the only one here rooting against the Chiefs Thursday, or whenever. What, Thursday? Yeah.
Well, we just said they've never beat the Broncos. Why is it going to come Thursday?
Yeah,
that'd be sick if it did.
It's not.
Why wouldn't
you're just
I'm just not gonna. Why even watch? Should I just not watch?
To watch Sean Payton get embarrassed.
I watched Bears Commanders.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the end.
So why don't you give yourself a little juice, a little rooting interest here?
Because that first 7-0, it's over.
Oh my God. Then they host the Chargers.
Okay.
That could be juicy. What time? 4:25.
Why does that matter?
I looked at that and felt like that could be a primetime game.
Oh, we'll be in Pittsburgh maybe?
October 22nd.
No, that's our Thursday
yeah.
night game weekend. We'll be home.
Oh, I'll be watching 7 whole hours. Then they're weird. I'll be over by then.
Okay.
And then the next week they play Denver again. Chargers, Denver.
The Broncos' schedule is brutal. The next 5 weeks, they have the Chiefs twice, and they have the Bills, and they have the Dolphins. I don't remember.
No, they already played the Dolphins.
You're right. They got killed by the Dolphins. They have another really tough team, I think. I forget.
I'm going to say it now. The Chiefs will lose one of these games to the Broncos.
All right, want to bet? I'll bet everything I have.
Man.
No.
That'd be smart.
I'll bet Walter.
No.
Chiefs will lose one of those to the Broncos. They could lose to the Chargers. Then, that's so juicy.
Who is it?
They play the Dolphins in an international series at 9:30 a.m.
Oh, we get. Where is that?
I don't know.
Mexico?
That's in. Looks like a German name.
We had to give
Munich.
Give one
Dublin.
of those games away.
Douche.
Oh, Deutschland.
Douche. Something. So that's an electric game, and that's in London or that's in wherever.
Deutschland.
That's in Europe somewhere. So that they could easily lose. They could lose to Miami and Arrowhead. So they could definitely lose to them over there. Then they have a bye week. Then they play Philly. So I like these chances. They play Philly Monday Night Football. That's gonna be so good.
Super Bowl rematch.
I almost said Troy and Buck again. Troy and Troy and Buck. Isn't that right? Buck and Aikman. Anyway, Vegas, that's an easy win. At Green Bay, easy win. Versus Buffalo, challenge. At New England, easy win. Vegas, easy win. Cincy could be a challenge. We'll see. Chargers to end the season.
Okay.
Maybe for the division.
There could be 5 losses.
I don't think so.
Could be
but
5 losses. But we're already at 2.
They're just
you
looking
think
more
the Jags
human.
may go 13-4?
Well, that was exactly my record, I think.
You still think they will?
I got to see what they look like versus.
Because if
we have to.
Worst case scenario, the Chiefs have 5 losses, which I don't think they will. The Jags got to go 13-4 because they lost the head-to-head.
That is true.
I mean, we know we have the capability to do it, but the Jags aren't consistent. So we need to see that first.
We can beat Indy, New Orleans, and Pittsburgh. So that's 3.
We can.
So that puts us at 7-2. Bye week. San Fran, not a chance in hell. So 1, 2.
That's 3 losses.
That's a machine.
Still got the Bengals.
3. Tennessee, Houston. That's tough. Cincy, tough. Cleveland, tough. Ravens tough.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks maybe
is tough.
could be tough. Carolina, easy. Tennessee, tough. Yeah, it's probably not happening.
Yeah.
So root for the Chiefs then.
No, because any other team can. Chargers can win the division.
Dolphins
any
can
other
get first seed.
Yeah, Dolphins can get first seed. It's not just us that could get first seed.
So you're looking out for the other teams?
Yeah. So I just need Chiefs to lose. Bengals, Cardinals, we already saw some of that. Eagles, Rams, Chiefs, Vikings, Jets, Broncos. Heard some of that in the intro. Cowboys, Niners. My takeaway from this is that the Niners could approach, now it's very early, but they could approach like one of the best teams ever.
They look unstoppable.
Category.
So it is right now, it is hard for me to see the 49ers lose a game. It's in my mind, looking at their schedule, it's impossible. If they beat the Eagles, it's like who are they losing to? They would just have to come out one game and just forget how to play. Or lose Christian McCaffrey.
How many Hall of Famers do they have on their team right now? Is it 6?
Well, you got Brock Purdy.
Fred Warner.
Trent Williams. Bosa's on that trajectory. McCaffrey. Fred Warner, the best middle linebacker in football.
Why do they just churn out linebackers? Why do some teams just do that? Whatever.
Yeah, how long has Fred Warner been in the league? I feel
Kittle.
I feel like I've just heard his name.
Hall of Fame.
Down the road.
All of them are down the road.
No, he's getting in.
Purdy down the road.
I mean, Kittle could make a case eventually.
I was surprised when I saw Deshaun Gibson's like their starting safety.
Oh yeah,
he was like, wasn't he on Saxonville?
Mm-hmm.
He just still has it like that.
I knew that name sounded familiar. I was like,
I don't know
if a long time ago.
I don't know if I can name their.
I can't name
their.
the
They also have Hufanga. Do you know him? The guy with the hair.
Can't say I do. What about Juszczyk?
He was an All-Pro safety last year. Well, I don't think Juszczyk is Hall of Famer, but he's the best fullback in the league probably.
Ayuk.
I'm not looking forward to
Devo, real good.
I'm not looking forward to when the Niners fans take over our stadium and Juszczyk gets a carry or a catch and the whole stadium erupts in that.
That's a 1 p.m. game.
Not looking forward to that.
They could flex it. Sunday Night Football if we're 7-2 after the bye.
Don't do that. I don't want that on the national stage. Although
I don't mind.
I can see it happening. It's just tough. They're just so good.
Sunday Night Football that week is Jets Raiders.
Oh,
so
they're dying to flex their Jets out.
So if Jags do what we want them to do, I'm not going to say think because I don't think they'll do it, but Colts, Saints, Steelers, 7-2. Got San Fran undefeated.
I don't know what the formula is to beat them. I mean, the formula probably to beat anything. You have to have a good O-line and good D-line. We don't really have either of those.
And the Niners, unfortunately, have both.
Yeah.
It's going to be injuries. That's it. I saw McCaffrey tear us up when he was on the Panthers.
Really, the only hope? Oh yeah, God.
I don't know what he's going to do.
They just have so many weapons. Ayuk, Debo, Christian McCaffrey, Kittle. They can come at you from everywhere. And then they pull the freaking. No one uses a fullback anymore.
They'll find.
They have the best one.
Yeah. Jake Moody, their kicker.
He's a weapon.
Just everybody.
Yeah,
just their aura.
The only thing that the only matchup
Jumbotron.
You can hope that we have would be quarterback. Like that, when we face a team that looks like unbeatable, you just go back. Well, maybe Trevor can do something.
What if our running backs, our running game, our running D stays as good, and we hold like McCaffrey, and we have to make Purdy win it?
Yes,
that might be the only way.
That is another thing that like the ability to stop the run is another path to success versus really good teams.
And we haven't seen the Jags full team. We have Smoot coming back against Colts. We have Devon Hamilton. We're just loading. We're just getting started.
Wasn't it weird to see Kyle Shanahan like call the exact same play the Lions did? The exact same.
I've been calling like I know I bring everything back to Steelers, but why don't we just do something like that? Like, just copy what the good offenses do.
Right. Because what was it? Touchdown for both teams, right?
Yes.
Yeah, both to a tight end. Crazy.
It was the exact same play. It was crazy.
Or not like set up a play that like looks that like they're gonna do that, but then do something slightly different if teams are catching on to it. Yeah, it was the exact same play. I mean,
do you have to call that play against a certain defensive look?
You must have to, yes. But also, like, how did Shanahan, like, was we watching football that day and copied it hours later? Like, when did the Lions play? They played at 1?
Such a unique play that it just doesn't seem like it could be coincidence.
We had scouts in Detroit.
The Packers failed to get right on a get-right game versus the Raiders. That's who the Raiders are this season. They're people's get-right games, and Packers couldn't do it. In fact, Jordan Love threw 3 picks. One of the worst picks I've ever seen. Just threw it right to the Raiders defender. The Packers are very down bad. The Jordan Love experiment is not going well. We all picked the Packers, though.
Because the Raiders are just so bad.
Yeah.
So that says more about the Packers then.
And speaking of this game, I am so down bad in Prize Picks right now. And, another Casa donation. That
I send you guys winners.
I had a winner. I literally had a winner.
What was it?
Jimmy G to throw fewer than 240 passing yards.
That was a great one.
Check. Devontae Adams, more than 23.5 receiving yards in his first 2 catches. Check, 33. And then the 2 kickers to kick more than 3.5 field goals. They had 3. And then I wake up to a text from Eric saying field goal doinked off the upright.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Why do I play this?
Each kicker missed one.
I have
because they're a great organization. They sponsor us.
They are. Yeah. I will not continue.
That's why you play it. That's why we play it.
I'm not going to continue what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Because it's bad.
You should just everyone be smarter.
I have to say it because there are people that win in this game, and that you will be different. If
like Eric.
Yeah, if you
I
use
have some
our
wins
promo
too. Sorry, continue.
If you use our promo code, you will win more than me. I promise. Know why? I've won 0 times.
Ever.
I have many entries since the season started. I have won. This is the closest I've come, and it's because a ball hit the upright on a field goal, and I have won 0 times. That is crazy. But you guys have won, so if you have any wins that you want to talk about, go ahead.
Oh, yes. We're so happy.
I was going to share that.
Yeah, don't all speak at once.
I got refunded. So thank you, Prize Picks, for refunding me because
he didn't play the 4th game?
Yeah.
Or week 5?
It was an NFL week 2 to week 5 sprint. And I needed Amon-Ra to have 50 yards in this final week for me to cash in like $250.
Yeah, you would have got it.
But he didn't play, and they refunded me my entry amount. So thank you, Prize Picks.
Yeah, so in games like Packers Raiders, where I have no confidence in taking less or more on like pass yards or rush yards. I do crazy shit like this. PrizePicks gave us a first quarter. Trying to think of the terminology.
First quarter special. What are you trying to say?
Projection prop.
Oh,
Not prop.
Yeah. Projection.
Projection. It was kickers. The kickers. They just had to make one combined in the first quarter. So I took that. Boom, got it. It was sweaty though. It happened with like 2 minutes left in the quarter. And then I took Jimmy G to get an interception. Just a 2-pick one. And he got one.
The 2-pick ones hit.
Yeah. I should have did Jordan Love because he threw 3. And that would have been like way more convincing. But I wasn't really watching this game because NBA preseason was on. I was watching the Spurs.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm sick. But I was texting our good friend Blackie Blackerson, who is a Raiders fan. So I sent him my entry, and I just it was funny because he was like, Jimmy G's going to throw on this drive. And he did. But I only put 10 on that to win 30, but I was just trying to feel something. I also put something on tonight just to feel something. Put 5.
In what?
There's 3 college football games tonight.
Goodness.
Tuesday night for some reason.
Oh, wasn't this like 50 straight days of football?
Yep.
Teams that you probably wouldn't watch.
Probably. Correct.
Coastal Carolina and Appalachian State. And Liberty and Jacksonville State.
Nice.
I took the running back for Liberty more than 75.5. Granted, I do not watch these teams at all. I have no idea who these guys are. I know Coastal Carolina's quarterback, but I do not know Liberty at all.
They still have Grayson McCall.
Yeah. I see his name.
I'm forever.
I've been picking him on PrizePicks for the last 2 years, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I took Grayson McCall's more, 270.5. He's at 220 right now. In the third, it's almost halftime. So he needs like 40 more yards, and I hit that. And the running back already hit. So I'm probably going to get another dub tonight.
I really, really want to be happy for you guys. I just can't.
I have 2 big season-long NHL entries in.
I hope they don't hit.
NHL.
But they're not for me. They're for Mitchell.
For him or from him?
From him.
Oh. Okay.
Who knocked? Walter?
No one knocked.
But you can. There's a lot of stuff you can do on this.
Oh yeah, I'm not touching it.
NBA preseason, you can place entries on.
Yeah, I did that and lost. I won't be doing that until the season starts again. Because my theory was, I did it on the first game. It was Timberwolves and Mavericks. So I was like, oh, they'll play first half and then they'll sit. Which, I mean, it didn't matter because they hit their more in the first half anyway, like by a lot. I was like, what is it? Never mind. But NBA is the most fun, I think, on PrizePicks. But we're going to wait till the season starts in 2 weeks. But Thursday Night Football, I will send you guys one, and it will win. And I please urge you to just tail me and stop thinking you're them.
I have to win on my own or I won't feel anything.
Oh, sick. Pacheco is discounted. Oh, only for the rest of today, though. I think it yeah.
So for the discounts, is that like you only get put up to $20, I think, on those, right?
Yeah.
The tacos?
Yeah.
Tacos? Yeah, it is a taco.
He's discounted from 73.5 rushing yards to 52.5 rushing yards on Thursday night. So I'm going to place that now before it runs out.
And they try to do that to make it guaranteed. But he should hit that. But you guys can play along. First-time users, download PrizePicks. Use code Dunn and Drew to get a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. I am not doing college football anymore. That is my biggest weakness.
Oh.
Not the segment, but on PrizePicks. I cannot win a college football entry. Other headlines. I'm on day 15 of my planking challenge.
How's it going?
Gut still fat, but my abs are stronger.
Good.
How do you know?
Because I'm doing the planks with ease.
Oh.
But
well, how many seconds are you at?
We are at 90 now.
We?
So it's a minute 30. Yeah. 90. If anyone's doing it with me, we're at 90 seconds. So we have one more day of a minute and 30, and then they're jumping us up to 2 minutes. I don't like those jumps. I like 15-second increments. They're doing 30.
When you get to 2 minutes, you can just play the intro to this episode.
Is it a full 2 minutes?
Nah, it's like 2:20.
Okay.
There you go.
When I get to 2:30, I'll keep playing it up to 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm scared because I'm like getting 1:30, but it's hard. So I wonder if one more day is gonna get me to 2 easily. We'll see. But I have incorporated fasting back into my diet because I feel like that helps me with my workouts in the morning. Just not being bloated and full. Like after Sunday.
I love being bloated and full.
Like after a Jags win and I just do disgusting things to my body, I just feel terrible after. And I shit for 3 days straight because I had pizza.
We love shitting.
Pizza and vodka.
This is a pro shitting pod.
It is, but not Rhea, just regular shit. But if you're doing the plank challenge with me, we got 90 seconds tomorrow. Get your ass on the ground and plank.
I put my Saw story on here. I don't know. It happened so long ago, so I'm not really interested in it anymore. But I feel like it was an interesting enough story to tell on the pod. Should I tell the movie theater story?
I forgot.
Should I tell the movie theater story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was crazy.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed. All right, so
people probably can relate.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think this is.
It's relatable. You think your theater's the only one that's ever went black?
Okay. Yes, I've never been in one.
No. You are the world.
Well, you just spoiled it.
No, I didn't.
All right, let's move on.
So I went to see Saw X, which, side note, it's not. This isn't about the movie, but it is a very good movie. Have you seen any of Saws?
No. I don't know anything about it.
Not in full.
That'd be a great movie review for you to do if you could handle like the gore.
I can handle it.
Really? Because like Saw 1 might immediately be on your watch list.
I don't want to.
Saw 1 tonight.
Yeah,
before bed.
It's like one of the smarter like horror franchises.
Smart?
Yeah, it's like it's intelligent. I like movies that have twists. Makes you think. You're like, whoa, mind blown. Anyway, went to see Saw X. Great. I mean, to have so many movies in a franchise and you can still like deliver this many movies in, very impressive. And in the theater, I kind of have to set this up for you guys that haven't seen it. So in Saw, there are moments where there are a lot of traps. So this psycho, deranged killer, Jigsaw, who convinces himself and others that he's killing people for a purpose. The purpose is they've done something in their life that was wrong, and he wants them to survive the traps, but they're like deadly traps. For example, there's this thing called the needle pit where someone has to jump in a pit of needles, like hospital needles that you get shots with. Who knows what's inside them, but they're all filled with some stuff. Mm-hmm. She jumps in, she has to find a key in there, and it's like she's up to her knees in these needles, and she's trying to like find the key, getting stabbed all over the place. But you can make it out of these things. You just have to do what you're told. There's another one where this guy wakes up, comes to, and he's like in this trap where if he doesn't remove a key from inside his eye, which was placed in there while he was unconscious, he has to dig in his eye, remove the key, unlock the thing on his head, or the thing like snaps on his head and like crushes him. So things like that. But you can survive these things, and Jigsaw wants you to, because if you do, you now appreciate life more. You won't cheat anybody or whatever reason he puts you in there. So the way that he kind of introduces these people to the trap is there's a tape recorder. They like come to after being like, they're always, when they're captured, they're given, I guess it's anesthesia to knock them out. And when they come to, they're in the trap. Mm-hmm. So next to them is the little voice recording. They play it. It's the iconic.
Hello. You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game.
Anyway, back to reality. I was sitting in the theater, watched the movie, great movie, get to the climax of the movie, and all of a sudden the theater screen goes black. The lights are already off, so the theater's black, and the emergency lights are flashing. And for a split second...
Was there a siren at all, or is it just...
No siren.
Flashing lights?
Over an intercom was a voice saying...
Want to play a game?
That's exactly like, for a split second, I'm thinking, like, am I, like... Is this, like, an immersive experience? Like, I'm expecting to hear that. And maybe we're now trapped in a Saw trap. But no, a voice on an intercom said to get to the nearest exit. And immediately, I'm thinking that there's a shooter, like a mass shooting happening. So I'm expecting to hear gunshots. Even though, there's only been one. There's been a lot of store shootings, school shootings, obviously, but there's only been one theater shooting. Was it surprising?
Only like one in history?
Only like one
that we've heard about.
Mass shooting that's happened in a movie theater. It happened in Colorado, like 2012,
I think. Aurora.
Yeah.
I think it was 2012 when Dark Knight came out.
Yes. Yeah. So, but because that happened, every time I go to a movie theater, I'm immediately looking, all right, shooter's going to come up from there. Am I ducking or am I running to the exit? Where am I going? I never choose a seat like right at the bottom where the first person that the person coming in sees, because I don't want to die first. I'd rather die last.
You can watch everyone else die.
Yeah. So I'm always thinking about that in the theater. So when that happens, that's exactly what would happen if there's a shooting. Someone would pull a fire alarm, or some emergency button would be somewhere in the theater where someone would press, and now everyone is told to evacuate. So it's immediately what I thought. And the person I'm with is like lollygagging, like not really, like kind of not taking it seriously.
Mm-hmm. Were you like running out?
I was like ready to. I brought my blanket. I was ready to leave that.
You brought your blanket?
It's a thing to bring a blanket to the theater because it's cold. You just cover yourself with it.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Just wear a hoodie.
Well, you don't go to movies.
Also true.
I never brought a blanket.
Hoodie can't cover like your legs and your little toes.
Sweat pants? Socks?
No. Blankets are fun at movie theater.
I don't know. I just think of movie theater seats as disgusting.
So I left all of it behind just because like my adrenaline's like pumping. I'm like, I'm about to get shot and I don't want that to happen. And
fair.
I was like, okay, so I went back, got it. And when I get it, I felt like I was like running into a house that was on fire. That's why I felt like I was so scared, like even like walk back 5 steps to get something that I left behind. And exit theater, can't feel my legs. Just took a wide turn after exiting just in case someone had pulled an alarm and then went outside with a gun. Mm-hmm. That was something else that was on my mind. But it turns out it was just a electrical fire. And I wasn't a big fan of it at the time, but I did go back in the theater and finish the movie, which I'm glad I did because it left at a crazy cliffhanger. If I had stopped there, I actually looked up what it would cost to watch online at home. It was like $24. Like, no.
Did they just put you in a different theater and start it?
Same theater, and then they just turned it back on. They said, "Where y'all leave at?"
Jesus.
Just kidding.
No, that's what happened.
No, they turned it back on and then finished the movie. Great ending. And glad I went back and watched it. But yeah, probably one of the scariest moments of my life, which is crazy. And put in perspective, I've had pretty cushy life, if that's the case.
I mean, you're always in situations that give us stories, though. Like this shit doesn't ever happen to me when I'm out. So,
yeah, I guess it was. I mean, it did provide me a story to tell, which was fun.
Yeah, I'm always thinking that I'm getting shot no matter where I'm at.
Yes,
even if I'm like walking on the sidewalk, I think every car passing me is going to be a drive-by shooting. It's pretty bad.
Also, what I think is a car is just going to oops and then just nail into me.
Yeah. That would be me because that's what I think when I'm behind the wheel. I'm like, I could just hit this person right now. You're just one thought away every day from fucking your life or somebody else's.
Yep.
I think about that daily. Sorry. If my intrusive thoughts ever win, fuck me.
I've talked about my bad intrusive thoughts on here before. About like you see a baby and you're like, what if I just kicked it?
Oh.
Like if I have someone's baby and just like, oops, like just like mock the baby owner. Oops, dropped your baby. Fuck you. Like that's something that comes to my head. Like fuck you. That's your fucking baby on the ground. Ugh.
Jesus.
Isn't that gross? Like, why do I do that?
Yeah, I don't know why you would.
I shiver and then I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't actually do that. It's kind of like a relief.
Yeah, mine usually just involve murder. Of myself or other people.
I just want the Steelers to start Joey Porter.
Jeez.
Jack, you have a headline, New York.
Oh, did I? Yeah, I was gonna share. Did I share this with you guys, or did you guys see it?
I don't know what this is.
I forget his name. New York sports radio host Don LaGreca.
I've heard of him.
Oh. In response to Evan Neal, the starting offensive tackle for the Giants, who they picked the first round last year.
Did he go on a rant about him?
Yeah,
Evan Neal's playing in Vegas.
Evan Neal's playing terrible, and the fans booed the Giants, and Evan Neal's like, boo louder. And he's like clapping back at the fans are booing, and then this guy goes off at Evan Neal for making fun of the fans. Whole just play it. I sent it to you.
The article was Giants Evan Neal dares his critics to boo louder and blasts Fairweather fans as sheep. And here is Dan LaGreca.
It's great.
Commenting on that. You know, those New York radio hosts are very passionate.
Lion concerned. Right tackle Evan Neal looked up towards the stands, raised his arms, and gestured sarcastically. He said he did not flip off fans, but he did yell a clear message to them. They are booing us, so I said, boo louder, Neal told NJ Advanced Media on Wednesday. Why would a lion concern himself with the opinion of a sheep, he added. The person that's commenting on my performance, what does he do? Flip hot dogs and hamburgers somewhere? Are you kidding me? I'd cut his ass. I would. How dare you? These people pay your salary. They pay an obnoxious amount of money to park, an obnoxious amount of money for PSLs, to sit there and watch this pap, and you call them hamburger flippers? What, you're so much better? I'd rather have a guy that's flipping hamburgers block than your piece of garbage ass. Who the hell are you to talk to fans like that? You piece of garbage. I hate when players do that. You're not above us. What, because you happen to play a sport? You're better than me? You're better than the people that pay your salary? These Giant fans were here before you, and they'll be here after your sorry ass is cut. What a piece of human trash. And I don't want to hear some apology. I don't want to hear, I was taken out of context. I didn't mean, I don't want to hear, Dunn, I would cut his fat ass. You see him in the mall of Willowbrook, boo his ass. If you see him on the DMV, boo him. Don't stop booing him. If he goes to the Pro Bowl, boo him. If he wins a Super Bowl, boo his sorry ass. Screw that guy. We're not nobody. Flipping, but how do you condescend to people that pay to watch you play? Poorly, I might add.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
All-time rant. I loved it.
I wonder if this AI photo came out before or after that.
It had to be after.
Because,
but I don't know.
Because how old is that? Was that after this recent game?
No, it was last week. It was after they got after the Seahawks game, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I saw
this on Twitter. So now after hearing that, this makes a ton of sense.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Evan Neal flipping patties.
See him at the DMV? Boo him.
That was even if they win the Super Bowl. Boo him. Oh, there's a video of it.
I did see a clip of Evan Neal like completely ignoring a block, and he just
he's playing horrible.
Look at the video.
Clown. No. You're still a loser.
Clown.
Show. You're a Mets
Say it with me, Mike.
Oh.
Clown show.
Okay, not the same clip, but that is him. Boom. Oh, so good.
Lastly,
God,
I'm surprised you put a James Franklin clip in here.
Can I play that first?
Yeah.
So
did you get the same Bleacher Report Street?
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, you watched it. Come on now.
I saw it before you put it in.
You were just asked there about Drew. Is there a balance, though, between, hey,
This is James Franklin taking an odd question from a reporter of the Nittany Lions.
He needs you to throw the ball deep, no matter. Just take a shot. Don't overthink it. Take a shot. We need to see it. We're going to call it, and we need you to get some confidence in doing this, as opposed to even giving a young quarterback the chance to say, "Hey, just check it down if it's not there."
I don't really understand what you're saying, because we would never, I'm like, my skin is curling when you say just drop back and chuck it deep no matter what. Like that is like, I don't even know what you're saying. It's like you're speaking like from
just
Mars.
Just send a guy on a post pattern, take the shot, throw it.
No matter what.
Give your receiver a chance to make a play on a ball. Even if he might be covered 30 yards down the field, maybe you think he'll be open 45 yards down the field, and like Godwin did, or with Jahan or KJ.
I still don't, like, you're speaking Japanese. We have never done that. Just throw the ball up and maybe he'll be open and maybe he'll catch. Like, my skin is like you're making me uncomfortable. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So okay. Yeah, we would not do that. We would never do that. We've never thought about doing that as a head coach, as an offensive coordinator, as a receivers coach. I coached the receivers. I didn't want them to do that. So no, strong no. Like,
that's so good. Like, the guy have an issue with, like, is Penn State not? I guess they don't take enough shots. I guess
they don't take any. But he could have said it any other way.
I guess, but they're winning comfortably. They haven't need to.
Right.
Like, it's
and he's like, why don't you just take a shot just to see
if Drew can throw deep. Just take a shot.
Made his skin crawl.
Yeah, but I agree with the reporter, but in a different way. Like, I would like to see some deep shots. We haven't seen one since week 1 where we watched out there. There hasn't been another deep shot like that.
The reporter could have just said, hey, why aren't you taking more deep shots?
Right. But in the same breath, like, they haven't needed to.
Yeah.
Can you call a deep play, and then even if he's triple, like, just throw it no matter what? He could be triple covered, but Drew, just see what happens. Just see what happens.
They've won 41-13, 31-0, 30-13, 63-7, and 38-15.
Yeah, they don't need to.
With no deep shots.
They don't need to send guys on posts. Yeah.
Make my skin crawl.
The deepest throw that Drew Allier has thrown since week 1 has been like 35 yards.
Wow.
So we will see what happens against Ohio State. Dink and dunk 'em. Don't care. Speaking of Ohio State, my flight to Columbus is booked, but I have no tickets. So anyone listening that can get me 2 tickets to Penn State, Ohio State, thank you in advance. It's October 21st. It's a noon game. Please let me know. I do not want to go through the resale market. They start at like $289 per ticket. So miss me with that. I'm taking my girlfriend, so I would go with my friend who has season tickets, but he only has 1 extra, so that won't work out. College football segment's pretty much all mine now. Just a sprinkle of Andy, since Jack's number 1 college team has dropped a second game. This time to Louisville.
I'm numb to college football.
Yeah. Giving up 33 to Louisville, you're done.
I get to watch Louisville again this weekend against Pitt.
Are you going to watch that?
Yeah.
What's Pitt's record? 1-4?
Yes. Our starting quarterback who got benched, he's converting to tight end this week.
Oh my God.
So I'm interested.
You're starting what?
Interested to see. Our starting quarterback who got benched is converting to tight end this week. So I'm interested to see what happens there.
It's like when I played in high school, they just put people wherever because we were so bad. The Red River rivalry.
Yep.
Wow. It was amazing.
Great game.
Very great game. Dylan Gabriel transferred from UCF. Not this whole time, but I thought he was a guy that got hurt at UCF. And like, you remember that Mackenzie Milton guy? I thought I was getting them confused, Dylan Gabriel and Mackenzie Milton. But Oklahoma beat Texas. It was an amazing game. Oklahoma jumped up 7 spots, and they now sit at 5, which that could be good for them because their schedule the rest of the way isn't too demanding. That Texas game was pretty much it. They got UCF, Kansas, Oklahoma State, West Virginia, BYU, and TCU. So other than the Big 12 championship game, which will probably be against Texas, so they'll get a rematch, Oklahoma could be in the playoff. But my absolute favorite game for Week 7, we kind of have a down week this week. I think the last few weeks have been pretty good, but the best game coming up is Washington versus Oregon, the Pac-12, stacked Pac-12, 2 undefeated teams. I assume the winner of this game will jump ahead of Penn State in the standings because Penn State's at 6, Washington's 7, Oregon's 8, because they jumped Oklahoma up over Penn State after beating Texas. So I think they're just going to wait out the Penn State ranking for when they play Ohio State because Penn State hasn't really played a ranked team other than Iowa, who they're winning a lot, but they're not that great. Their defense is just pretty good. And then
their quarterback got hurt too, right?
McNamara?
Yeah, I think he's out for the year.
Did not see that. Did not see that at all. But I do have an upset in college football. Jack will like this. I think Notre Dame beats USC.
That'd be cool.
This weekend.
Play for something. Next weekend. I'm sorry, it's this weekend.
Yeah, it's this weekend. USC's not doing it for me. I understand that they have a decent offense with Caleb Williams, but that defense is
not good.
Awful. They went to 3 overtimes against Arizona.
Or was Arizona? No, Arizona State played Colorado. Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah, it was Arizona University, the fucking Wildcats.
Yikes.
Like, that's a basketball school, y'all. They should not be going to 3 overtimes versus a projected number 1 pick. It was 43-41 final. And I think Notre Dame, I don't know what the problem is, but I think they have a good enough offense where they'll be able to put up points against USC and close out the game against them if Arizona can put up 41. USC's just not doing it for me. So, I don't even know if Caleb, he's putting up better numbers this year, but he might not win the Heisman again this year.
Yeah, I was interested to see who's in the lead for the Heisman race. The odds, the favorite right now is
Michael
Penix.
Yeah, I figured.
Barely at plus 210 over Caleb Williams at plus 230. Behind him is Bo Nix at plus 600, so a little bit of a gap there. And then almost the same gap, Dylan Gabriel's next at plus 1,200.
Wow.
And then we got Jordan Travis and Drake May at plus 1,600 each, or 1,800 for May.
Michael Penix kind of like sprung up out of nowhere, seemingly. Listen to his schedule. He has Oregon this week, so beat them, you're golden.
Where game day's going there?
Yeah, they'll be there. Seattle. They have Arizona State and Stanford, and then they play number 10 USC. This is as of right now. I'm sure USC will still be ranked by the time they play. But number 10 USC, number 16 Utah, number 15 Oregon State, number 19 Washington State. Pac-12 is a gauntlet.
Is it at Utah?
Sorry, I clicked away real quick.
Because Utah's a really tough place to play.
Nope.
Especially in prime. Oh, okay, they host them. That helps.
They go to USC and to Oregon State. So.
Yeah, it's really up for grabs.
It is, but if Michael Penix keeps playing like he's playing, which is insane. I haven't sat and watched a Washington game. I will this weekend, but his numbers are crazy. He's only 21 yards shy of the number 1 quarterback in the nation right now in yardage, and that's Shedeur Sanders from Colorado, who has 2,020 yards passing, which Deion Sanders is the GOAT. Like, how you just bring your son from FCS football, HBCU football, bring him to the Pac-12, and he's leading the nation in passing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. Especially when these quarterbacks are having insane years. Like Michael Penix is having an insane year right now. So, not going to bore you with, because this is not a college football podcast by any means. So I'm not going to bore you with all the other matchups. I just give you the main ones I'm looking forward to. And Washington, Oregon is probably the only one that matters on Saturday. And to see if Notre Dame can upset Caleb Williams because that defense is horrendous. Can Caleb Williams beat out his sorry defense?
What time is that?
Which one?
The one you just mentioned?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame UC or
7:30.
Washington, Oregon?
Notre Dame.
7:30.
7:30.
That's good. I'll watch that.
NBC.
That's really good. Caleb Williams versus is this going to be
Lou
like
Holtz.
his best defense that he's faced so far?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. And it's on the road.
I mean, we're getting Caleb Williams in prime time, 7:30 on NBC. That's pretty sick.
Against Notre Dame, who, it's Notre Dame. Like, you got to watch Notre Dame football.
Notre Dame's still good. It'll played Ohio State, almost could have won that game. So
should have.
Certainly not watching for Notre Dame. I'm watching for Caleb Williams. He deserves all the eyeballs that he gets.
Hockey's back. NBA's back. Baseball's ending.
No, NBA is not back. God.
But hockey's back?
Do that. Hockey's no.
I said they're both back.
Hockey.
Maybe.
April. Basketball.
Christmas.
Post break. All-Star break.
Damn.
Yeah, just don't even bring those sports up to me. Baseball's back.
Baseball's ending.
October.
In 2 weeks.
October baseball. I'm into it. Into the clips I see anyway on Twitter.
Oh, get me out of here. Thanks for listening, y'all. You guys can tune in on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you prefer to stream Dunn and Drew. Or in your ear. Or in your eyeballs. Jags are back. We're back. Steelers are back. Everybody back, man. Dunn and Drew pod is up. Penn State is up. Everything's good right, man. Life is good, man. This ain't week 2 no more. It's week 5, baby. Until next time, this has been Dunn and Drew, baby. Send your Casa donations to Venmo at Dunn and Drew.
Shout out Solly. Shout out Jesse. And shout out Johnny McDonald.
Nice.
For your donations. We will have some bottles. And also Max Spence, ugly ass boy, happy birthday. And thank you for your bottle that you'll be bringing.
We love you, Flamingo.